Good evening and welcome back to Owen News 8K on our final broadcast on Facebook as we move to a new platform in the new year and stay with our long-standing platform where we can see this channel in 8K. Well, apologies for the previous segment. Apologies for being too emotional earlier, as yours truly takes lost friendships personally, because that could mean a failure in my character. Just maybe it's my fault. I don't know. Well, I don't understand why, but thank you so much for being there and for being the substitutes who made up for the lost friendships this year, and for providing the material and moral support as well. Well, I guess I have here some evidence that she have helped. Well, the support that she gave to me. I know I have here 2 envelopes with me as proof of our achievements on this channel. Oh yes, the Best in Outfit in Alcor Townhome San Juan. Real estate is one of the projects, the endeavors that Owen News 8K takes. Thank you so much for the appreciation, especially in this Christmas season. And also, thank you very much. A shout out to Film Art Studio, one of the legit production companies supporting Owen News 8K right now. Thank you so much. You also have helped me prove that my theatre acting skills, my theatrics, are still not rusty even after almost 2 decades, 14 years. Well, thank you so much for the award and for the appreciation and for giving me the perfect role. The first role was the perfect role. It's about bullying, yes. And thank you so much for choosing an actual bullying victim like me. Oh, it's also part of my emotional tirade earlier on air, online. My apologies. I hope you understand. And thank you so much for giving me the emotional support that I need to get through these difficult times. I'm sorry, I'm getting too emotional again. I'm very sorry. But anyway, let's get down to business on our final night here on Facebook. Turns out it's not in 8K and it's not even in full HD. I think we need to kickstart this final broadcast before the sun sets, before it gets too dark and you won't even get to enjoy me in Ultra HD, 8K clarity. Wow. Splash Report. That's our top star. Well, not really a Splash Report. It's been going on since last month, but our top story tonight is Merriam-Webster Dictionary, which proclaimed its Word of the Year for 2023. That is authentic. Let's spell it as A for Alpha, U for Uniform, T for Tango, H for Hotel, E for Echo, N for November, T for Tango, I for India, and C for Charlie. Well, authentic. That is the word of the year for 2023, and the spike in searches for this word in the said online dictionary, well, the famous legendary American offline dictionary in print for a century or so, well, the spike in searches in that famous American dictionary has been triggered by the rise of artificial intelligence deepfake videos, well, with the help of AI. Well, you could turn a fake video, you could conjure a fake video, a fake news video, and that can even hurt our profession as journalists, as broadcasters, and even as artists, well.
Deepfakes, or realistic-looking fake videos and audio, gained popularity as a means of adding famous actresses into porn scenes. Despite bans on major websites, they remain easy to make and find. They're named for the deep learning artificial intelligence algorithms that make them possible. Input real audio or video of a specific person, the more the better, and the software tries to recognize patterns in speech and movement. Introduce a new element like someone else's face or voice, and a deepfake is born.
It's actually extremely easy to make one of these things. There were just some supposed, breakthroughs from academic researchers who work with this particular kind of machine learning in the past few weeks, which would drastically reduce the amount of video you need actually to create one of these.
Programs like FakeApp, the most popular and widely available for making deep fakes, need dozens of hours of human assistance to create a video that looks like this, rather than this. In August, researchers at Carnegie Mellon revealed software that accurately rendered not just facial features, but changing weather patterns and flowers in bloom.
And it was also triggered by the rise of self-proclaimed influencers, CEOs. Well,
Hoy, 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 mga loka ba kayo? Pangit kayo ng pangit mga ang tsatsaka nyo. Sa ganda ko at yaman daming napasana all. Habang kayo ay parang asong tatahol-tahol. Ow! Ow!
cloud executive officer, you mean? We don't know. Well, the so-called influencers. Yeah, even the word influencer has been recently problematic. It's becoming problematic because what kind of influence do you bring? Nothing but empty chatter, empty content, nothing but bad behavior, just like reality TV in the early 2000s, the dawn of the new millennium. Well, we'll never know. It's only those so-called social media personalities, those so-called influencers, who best understand themselves, whether they like to define themselves, whether they identify themselves as an influencer or not. So the challenge now for traditional celebrities and journalists like me, struggling to become a social media star, is to become a good role model for the youth, for the future generations, the Gen Zers, Generation Alpha, and everyone else, even the boomers. That everybody would be appreciative of our behavior that we post online. The content that we share brings valuable information that helps inform, educate, entertain in a healthy way, and also inspire to do positive change, make positive change for our communities in person, offline. And that could help make our world a better place. It caused a huge disruption in our lives. Those three technologies, AI, deepfakes, and the so-called CEOs and influencers, which is why we have these blue tick labels on Twitter and recently on Facebook, and now X, former Twitter, Elon Musk is trying to charge for new subscribers, and also Facebook monthly membership fees just to get your name verified. Well, do we need to get ourselves verified? That's a question. Well, anyway, it caused a huge disruption in our lives as we move on from the 3-year COVID pandemic and possibly walking into a walking pneumonia pandemic in the coming new year. And also the new JN1 variant, which is now a variant of concern according to the World Health Organization. Well, it's not going to be deadly. It's not going to be deadly because thankfully most of us are vaccinated, and so the symptoms are mild and they might resemble the flu, so it's still advisable to get your flu shots, especially in some areas like Davao City. They offer it for free, so better get yourself vaccinated, not just for your COVID boosters, but also for your updated flu shots. So that's an important public service announcement from Owen News HK. Okay, so we'll be right back with more on this word of the year called authenticity.